Hi Pisces, welcome to your self-love reading. I'm going to be starting a series dealing with our inner emotions, and I'm starting with self-love because self-love is the key to our healing. At Sisters Vision here, our focus in tarot is to help heal our wounds, to allow us to rise to a higher vibration, thereby allowing movement and growth and peace for ourselves and in our lives, and to be able to handle the ups and downs of our life in a better way. It incites critical thinking and learning how to look at things from a different perspective and how to really see the truth of the situation. And all of that kind of starts with ourselves, because if we're wounded, we're going to be looking at things from our wounded place instead of from a higher place, which is love, acceptance, patience, forgiveness, all that stuff that goes along with it. So I'm going to first read this card, and then we're going to start the meaning of the self-love card, and then we're going to start pulling. Take time out to know yourself and what works for you in this particular cycle of your life. Some of the biggest obstacles to self-love are self-criticism and perfectionism, which lead to harsh judgment of the self, closing down, and eventually illness. Have you been trying to compete with others, get approval from people in your family, or simply pushing yourself too hard? If so, you need to soften and start listening to your body. Focus on keeping your heart open and practice acknowledging and recognizing the good in yourself and others. This card beckons you to breathe love in and out every moment of the day. Ask yourself, what changes do I need to make to my daily routine so that love can pulsate through every breath, action, and relationship I engage in? Choose to open your heart through softness, deep breathing, relaxation, movement, finding beauty in nature, in your home, in your pain, in your love, sadness, and in prayer. Keep your heart open even though it makes you feel vulnerable and exposed. There's an action in here. This week is your opportunity to learn to receive. Anytime anyone says something nice to you or offers help to you, take a deep breath, thank them, and accept. You need to find something loving or nurturing to do for yourself. This could be a massage, a healing treatment, or a movie with a friend. Every time you look in the mirror, repeat, I am lovable. Do this every day until you really believe it. And that's something that is very true. I tell myself every day, I am strong, I am wise, I am safe, I am loved, I am protected, over and over and over again. It's not something that you just do and then you're instantly, healed. It's not miraculous. It's just working so that you can believe in yourself who you are. So I'm going to pull a few tarot. And this is just going to give us some insight into things that we can do to better align ourselves with our self-love healing. So we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is about juggling our priorities, being adaptable, managing our time. So Spirit is telling us that we need to bring more balance into our life, balance home and work and life so that we can have some smoother sailing and have that, quieting our mind, because we have a better grip on things in our life. So I'm going to keep pulling some tarot. And we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is about us with our negative thoughts, imposing restriction on ourselves with our thoughts, victim mentality, and imprisoning ourselves. We are doing this to ourselves, and it is the one common thing of our wounds as a human people is that we go into a self-protect mode when we're hurt, when our emotional needs aren't met, when, somebody does us wrong, we shut down. And then we bring ourselves to this point where we can function, but we're functioning at a lower vibration. So Spirit's telling us we need to stop talking negatively to ourselves, stop criticizing ourselves, start believing in ourselves, and really start to change our view of the victim mentality that we carry, because we are keeping ourselves down by staying in this energy. All right, so we're going to pull another tarot. Okay. All right, so we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about spirituality, spiritual wisdom, staying within our traditions, our institutions. It has something to do with our religious beliefs. So Spirit's saying we need to, however we worship, however we connect to the divine, that is something you need to pull from. You need to seek your spiritual advisor and really get to the heart of the matter of yourself and your issues and your burdens and the things that are keeping you down that you haven't healed from. Identifying childhood wounds, identifying wounds from your adulthood that have continuously kept, stayed with you. And then that spiritual wisdom, that's about asking Spirit for guidance on how to heal, how to let go, how to recognize the truth of the situation, and then really learning how to call yourself out. When we start to heal, we have to dig into a place in our mind that's uncomfortable. We have to put ourselves out there and really be truthful about our part in whatever situation we have. Now, sometimes, especially if it's childhood wounds, obviously there's nothing that you could have done to change that. It is something that happened to you. But you have to learn how to recognize that it is something that happened to you. You had no control. And then you have to identify how it affects your life now as a person. How have you carried those wounds and that protection that you've placed on yourself into your adulthood, that now maybe you aren't a good communicator, or you aren't trusting, or whatever. But all of that, everything that you feel is a battle for you, it's because you have experienced things in your life previously that have pushed you to this place. All right, one more tarot for Pisces. Okay, hang on. It fell on the floor. Okay. So we have the Princess of Cups reversed, and we have the Star. So that's really nice. Oh, come on. All right, so the Page of Cups reversed is doubting our intuition, being somewhat immature emotionally, which that totally makes sense. And it's about doubting our intuition, doubting ourselves. So Spirit is telling us that we need to stop doubting our intuition and really focus from a mature place, the recognition of how we, again, I can't say it enough, how we have acclimated ourselves in our adulthood to protect ourselves from things that happened to us previously. And we do carry that unless we fully release it. And it's not easy. Trust me, I know for a fact, and it is ongoing. It's just, again, it's not going to be anything that you're just going to be like, okay, I'm over it. No, it's going to keep creeping up until you fully release it and fully embrace it and fully say, okay, this is how it is. This is how it was. I didn't have any control. But where you find your control is how you deal with it and how you stop the cycle of allowing it to affect yourself. Then we have the Star, which is hope and faith and renewal and increase in spirituality. So Spirit's telling us, do the work. Really learn to focus on your issues and the things that are holding you down right now. And once you do, you will start feeling hope. You will start feeling faith that things are going to be renewed, and you will feel lighter and freer. So the next card is going to be our Ascended Masters Oracle card. And we have Father, Husband, Brother, Son. So there's two ways that this can apply here. It's either that there's a significant male in your life who will help you on this journey, or the problem, or I don't want to say problem or issue, is a surrounding a male in your life. So I'm going to read that real quick, and so that we can... The situation involves a significant man in your life. Your new relationships with men are affected by your old relationships with your father, ex-husband, boyfriend, brother, son, or other males. This is a perfect time for you to heal and release any old wounds connected to men in your life. God and the Ascended Masters will support you as you focus on letting go of old toxins, such as anger, blame, or guilt. This clearing process opens the way for healthy relationships with men and your own male energy. Additional meanings for this card. You have just met or about to meet a significant male partner. And if that's the case, you're going to be carrying all this baggage from previous male partners into the relationship, and it will, again, be in the same cycle. It will break down. Your present relationships improve as you heal your feelings about your father. So this is saying, again, if it's about a father figure, you are carrying that wound from your childhood into your adulthood, which is now affecting your relationships. Once you can come to terms with that, come to peace, whether it's getting an apology, or accepting apology you're never going to get, or just recognizing that you have to be the bigger person and release it and allow it, because they are who they are, and it is what it is. And I can relate to this so much that you have no idea. This is personally something for me that I am continuously working on. So I relate to that, in that, there's issues from the past that creep up into your relationships now, and it's all about letting go. The next card is going to be our angel card for Pisces, please. We have new beginnings. Spirit is saying there is energy there for new beginnings, for you to start over, for you to have your life the way you want it, the way you need it, the peace, the love, the acceptance. All of it, it just all starts with you and who you are and who you want to be. And look at that. We have new love. Embrace the new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth as well. So there's a new love opening up here. There's new opportunities for love. But again, it starts with loving yourself. And you have new beginnings here, new love here. This is about self-love. So there's hope and renewal in the star. You have all this energy opening for healing, but you have to start the process and do the work. Our last card is going to be our advice card. And we have the Peony Fairy. You are dizzy from changing direction so many times. Do not look back with regret, but look forward with anticipation and joy. Yes, amazing. So your life has been chaotic. It's been back and forth. But they're saying don't look at the past. Don't look in the rearview mirror. Look forward. Watch the road. There's joy there. There's hope there. There's faith. Again, with that star, it's telling you that it's there. It's open. You just have to, again, start with yourself, start loving yourself, and it will open up. So I'd love it if you have any questions or comments about this reading. Go ahead. We just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for spending time with us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.